We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell.
Brandon Powell on the return. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Keep it up.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Rams hit 6-5 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back to the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Stay 50.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This complete to Lockett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on second down. Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 20.
On first down, Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and 2, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. On 4th down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Again, it's Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
They snap it to Stafford. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Locke's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Locke again. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 37 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Rams nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw there complete to Myers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Stafford now to throw. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Stafford looks to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Stafford escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room regroup and start over. They got it here.
Yeah, a lot of football before half to be played. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Clock now on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
21, Rams 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
50-50.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford going up top for Kupp. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Myers for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Rams 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken from about the 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions. Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. To throw again on second down. Locke going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Locke to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point. Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Drew Locke taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Open man is Myers. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing is Stafford. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. To the air again, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Puro bloqueo.
Team matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Lock going to throw on the first play. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Locke will try again on second down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Brandon, I know someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position. 3 points.
You have to make this one a simple partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
From the 27, Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On the counter, this is Akers. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Going right back to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. To throw is Stafford. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On 1st down, Locke. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and 10. Here's Locke. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, it's Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Locke going to throw. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Josh Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. Touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 20. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, 87 yards. And the Rams are able to move back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by Gain is up and good. It's now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Clock now on first down. And that's going to be caught downfield by Finn. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The offense running out, and they are charged up and ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Locke working out of the gun. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and goal, Locke being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the 1st half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Block now to throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. It's caught by OBJ.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Dancing to his left. That is taken in by the tight end Fed. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing is Stafford. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And that'll
will wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become three. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Throwing on first down is Locke. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They snap it to Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On first down, Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 15-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Going up top for Kupp. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Stafford. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to... And he's got it! That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams get a bit closer. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Throwing now is Locke. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Locke going to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Seahawks 45, Rams 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Rams 17. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play?